I wanted to be prepared. I was nervous that I was not going to be a good candidate.
It's just going to stress you out.
Making your application as competitive as possible is the best thing.
Letters of recommendation start with relationships, professional relationships with your teachers, your mentors, even your bosses or supervisors. These individuals should be able to speak to your qualities as a person, your work ethic, and your readiness for success in a rigorous health professions graduate school.
You may have a faculty mentor that you were really close with who knows how much drive and passion you had to pursue graduate school. So they can talk about your, potential for success. You may have your boss that you worked with during your summer job for the last 5 years who knows that you are eminently trustworthy and can close and open on your own, which are transferable skills to a nursing program. So they may write about those things. You may have a supervisor where you volunteered at an emergency department that it can show that you are great at interprofessional communication.
So how do you start building those relationships with people who will translate into good recommenders? First, you need to make sure your professors know who you are by attending office hours or optional lectures, participating in their research, actively engaging in their class, taking multiple classes from the same professor, or considering smaller seminars.
I chose the professors for the classes that I found the most challenging and also the most relevant to nursing. I mean, it was important to develop also our relationship, getting comfortable, asking them questions,
Just being yourself and letting your personality shine through. People are going to be willing to help. I chose my coach, and she taught me math, but she also could attest to my character outside the classroom. So I felt like that would be a good thing to bridge both.
Before we ask anyone for letter recommendation, we have to really show our work ethic, our professionalism, and the way that we show the teamwork and how we care and putting the real us into the work.
How many letters you ultimately need depends upon the school to which you're applying. At the Betty Irene Moore School of Nursing, we require 3. Research the letters of recommendation requirements on the websites of the schools you're interested in. You can also find additional information on the websites of the centralized applications. For MEPN applicants, that's Nursing CAS, and for prospective PAs, it's CASPA.
Last minute stuff is not going to be your friend. Some of these processes do take a long time.
Be sure to provide your recommenders with your current CV or resume. Also, indicate what things you'd like them to highlight about you, such as an accomplishment, a particular character trait, or your passion to lead change in healthcare.
If you don't tell the recommender that that's what you're looking for, it's not going to be reflected in the final letter.
I chose them based on what I knew their contribution, what my contribution to their practice was, and how it tied into my personal statement, essentially.
Be sure to also provide your recommenders with directions on how and where to submit their letter, and the deadline by which to submit it.
So you need to give yourself time to do this so it's not stressful, and so you can take that holistic view of your entire application to figure out where the holes are, or where is something that you really shine and you really want to highlight.
Start with building stronger relationships, with your faculty members, because when it comes time for them to apply to PA schools, by having a strong relationships with those faculty members, they'll be able to have a strong recommendation.
And don't forget to thank them for their contribution to your application.
Emily Post would probably say you need to actually write a thank you letter. And so that also might be dependent on the relationship that you have with the recommender. Personally, I love students sharing their success with me. That is what makes my day.